Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I just wanted to share my opinions on the whole Dramageddon situation, my personal feelings about Laura Lee, her apology, Manny, his apology, just everything that's going on. Starting with the Here for the Tea videos that she did. They weren't surprising to me. She basically just did like a timeline of, reading the tweets and things like that. What did kind of irk me, though, was in the first one that she put out, she said, since this has to do with like Jeffree Star, I'm going to be keeping my opinions to myself. So that kind of confirms what we've all been sort of thinking and feeling from her content lately, is that she is biased towards him. Which sucks because you're supposed to be reporting the news, so you shouldn't even have to say that. You should already not be putting your personal feelings into it. And even though I didn't take it as her making excuses for the four of them, but the way that she described the things that they used as excuses, her tone was very like, you should understand where they're coming from. This was this long ago, or saying this word in this song, like that kind of thing. The way her tone was sort of making you feel like it was okay, like it was kind of justified. So I didn't care for those videos. It wasn't as bad as I thought that they were going to be, but still, I don't know. You can just tell how much she hates Jeffree and how much she wants to stick up for her friends, like Laura and Manny. So, I mean, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So Laura Lee put out an apology video that was 4 minutes long, which I guess doesn't really matter how much or how long it was, but it was just her incoherent fake sobbing for most of it. The video itself is complete bullshit. A lot of people left a ton of comments on it. The likes to dislikes, the last time that I saw, it was like 130,000 dislikes or something, which was like crazy, but I feel like was very well deserved. You could have shown that apology to somebody that has no idea who she is or what happened, and they would be like, what is she apologizing for? She didn't have any context to the apology. She didn't say, this is what I tweeted. This is, insensitive, and I'm sorry, and I take accountability. I own my shit. No, we got nothing like that. Just, 6 years ago. It doesn't matter. You were still an adult 6 years ago. I am so sick of people saying that they don't know that you're not supposed to say the N-word and that they needed to be educated. Like, what? If you're not a 3-year-old, then you know what that word means. And there are plenty of other words that are very derogatory as well. I'm just saying this word in particular. How do you not know that it is offensive? How do you not know that you're not supposed to use it? Oh, after, like Gabriel said, after a friend educated me on that fact that I'm not supposed to use it, I stopped using it. Give me a break, like you needed somebody to educate you on that. You're still an adult. I remember learning what that word was in 1st grade. Mrs. Brooke was my homeroom teacher, and I heard a girl say it, and I asked her what it meant. And I had heard the word before, but I asked her what it meant. This is the thing. I'm so sick of these people and their bullshit excuses. And I shared a little story yesterday just to give you guys kind of a picture of the small shit racist town that I'm from. Although it's becoming a little bit better, still growing up was horrible. My mom and my grandmother used the N-word. My mom went to an all-black school. She was bullied. I guess that's what sort of gave her her view, for a while anyway, on people of color. She doesn't feel that way now. But when she was in high school, she would say that. And I remember hearing her say it like very like offhand, like the word didn't matter. We have had plenty of conversations since then, and I have not heard her use it for years, but still. I don't understand. Like, I grew up in this town in Pennsylvania, very white, very like hunters and country music lovers, and very like racist, total Donald Trump supportive people here and stuff. Not saying that you are a horrible person if you support our president. Anyway, I don't, but he is our president. But I mean, like the very extreme right of like the guns, and they don't like black people, and they'll tell you, and having like racist shit in their fucking yard, like all kinds of craziness. I did not turn out to be that way. I don't have tweets that say the N-word. Although I think I tweeted, I saw somebody tweet something, or I tweeted it, I can't remember. It said thug is like the new word for the N-word. And I shared that on Twitter because I felt like the media uses the word thug in place of the N-word. Aside from that, I have never said something like so insensitive, or like Nikita Dragun talking about, oh, now you know why there is child abuse, and oh, this baby's ugly. Oh, you don't have to worry about pedophiles. Like what? Like what kind of crazy shit is that? And I feel like out of all of them, Laura's taking the most shit, which I think that she deserves in a sense. Gabriel, MIA, nobody really cared about him to begin with. And then like Nikita, it's like nobody's really giving her any shit for her own stuff. You know, I just don't understand it. And, you know, anyway, back to Laura's apology. It was the same shit, you know, just crying and saying that she's sorry. You could, I mean, she was totally fake crying. Like the jump cuts were really weird. Sometimes she was talking fine. Other times you couldn't understand her. T-Spill had a really great video talking about how to make a booty guru apology video, which was like sit on the floor, don't have makeup on, you know, all that kind of stuff. But in Laura's apology, she said that she retweeted insensitive things. That's not true. She actually tweeted those things. So even though she had to set aside her ego to apologize, she didn't really apologize for anything. She made herself as distant as she could from what she said. She composed that tweet and tweeted it. She did not retweet it. And for her to not even have any context and say what it was, and it's just ridiculous. And it just shows how fucking delusional these beauty influencers are. And I think that I'm not alone when I say that a lot of us have been very fed up with the way that these influencers act and the things that they get away with, and you know, their bullshit giveaways, their bullshit codes, their bad reviews, or reviewing products that are expensive that we end up shelling out money for that suck, you know, not knowing sponsored content at times, all of this shit having no consequences. And I feel like they deserve everything that they're getting. The social blades going down, you know, companies parting ways with them, the BoxyCharm CEO saying, you know, we don't condone this behavior, you know, we're done. It needs to happen more. I think that brands should stop sending them PR. I mean, this is the thing. Some people say, oh, everybody's so sensitive, which this reminds me of when Manny said, you know, Jeffree made some stupid remarks back when people weren't so offended. And I'm like, wait a minute, because that's basically defending what he said. You know what I mean? So right there, that's how Manny is. The thing about that is that it's not up to you to decide how people are going to feel about something. And although you are free to say whatever you want to say, there are consequences. And there hadn't been for so long. And I think that, you know, now people are expecting not people to be perfect, but to certainly not be racist or, you know, laugh and joke about child abuse or call somebody out when you said the same thing. I think we just, we know that we have deserved better for a long time, and we're like demanding it now, you know, and I hope that more brands will pull away from these influencers. There are just so many beautiful, talented MUAs on this platform that are awesome, that deserve a chance to be up there, to be real influencers. You know what I mean? Because these people are not my influencers at all in any way, shape, or form. So since all of this has happened, you know, Jeffree Star has basically been like living it up, tweeting out things on Twitter. On one hand, I'm like, okay, slow down, like it's been enough now. And on the other hand, I'm like, he had been quiet for so long, aside from saying like, you don't even know how evil like Laura is and stuff. And I've always got that sense from her. I was never subscribed to her. I always felt like she was so phony and just mean. Like you could just see right through her. She's very transparent, to me anyway. So I was never a fan of hers. But Jeffree continues to kind of poke the bear a bit, and I get it because I think that, you know, he has gotten so much shit for so long, and when the separation of him and these influencers happened, you know, everybody gave Jeffree shit. Oh, it must be Jeffree's fault because he's the main consistent thing in this situation. He goes through friends so fast, blah, blah, blah. Even insinuating that it could be because of him being like racist or something. So he's gotten all of this shit for quite some time, and I think that he is just finally like, I'm gonna fucking say what I want to say. I'm tired of being quiet. You know, I usually don't take any kind of pleasure in the pain of others. I just feel like it is deserved towards Laura. Manny, I think that I don't know. I mean, Manny, if he were to sit down with Jeffree Star, I don't know. I've always had a bad feeling about Manny. I don't find him genuine. You know, when Patrick Star was on the rise, he's with Patrick Star, and then he's with Laura, and then he's with Jeffree, and he's pretty much a culture vulture, you know, and I just don't trust him. I don't like his attitude. I just don't find him to be very sincere. So I'm done with all of them, and I was never a fan of Nikita or Gabriel. But I feel like it's just so sad that they can't come on camera and say, I'm sorry that I was so insensitive. Like at the time I thought that that was funny, but I know that it's not, and I will do better. But even that isn't good enough for me, but it would be better than this bullshit of not being educated. Like Laura saying that she's going to learn about diversity. What are you talking about? Like I think she lives in LA now, right? Like, isn't she in like a melting pot of people? Like, I don't get it. You're not supposed to learn about diversity when you're almost 30 fucking years old. That's just my opinion. I just don't get it. You know, like I said, I'm from a shit town, and I'm not that way. And I didn't need a friend to tell me not to say the N-word, whether it's with a hard R or just an A. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unbelievable to me that these people can't own their shit. And their excuses are ridiculous. Finally, they're getting some consequences that I feel are like way overdue. You know, I had an apology video out that I felt like doing. I wasn't made to do an apology. When I talked about Manny's video where he opened up about depression and anxiety, and I kind of dragged him for it, I actually gained subscribers after that video and lost some after my apology. And those people tweeted me, you know, DM'd me saying like that they were disappointed that I apologized. There wasn't some like high demand for me to apologize, nothing on that level, I'm not on that level, etc. But I felt like if you ever see me going like this, my nose ring, like, is just, it keeps moving around and it's tickling the inside of my nose. Anyway, I felt like I should apologize because it hurt a friend of mine, and because it was hurting other people and triggering them, and it was insensitive. So what did I do? I came on camera, I sat here, and I said, this is where I was coming from. These are the things I said. I know it was insensitive, and I apologize. You know, I don't know why that's so hard for people. Maybe it's because their apologies aren't fucking sincere. And they're like, well, what do I do? What do people want to see? Do they want to see me crying? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. And then they're going to feel bad for me, you know? Well, when it comes from your heart, there are no fake tears. You don't fake sob. You don't make it a big dramatic thing. You just come on and you talk and you be yourself, you know? Speak from your heart. And I don't feel like they know how to do that. They're so delusional. So lacking in any type of self-awareness or humility. But I just don't understand, you know, I feel like hopefully this continues to be a thing where we hold these people accountable, you know, and I know that if Jeffree Star had made the same exact apology video that Laura Lee did, oh shit, here for the tea be dragging him up and down the fucking platform, you know, and others too. And I feel like there are some drama channels that have been laying a little bit lower than normal because these are people that they're friends with, and I don't like that. I mean, I don't know, I get it in a sense, or I would understand it more if you weren't a drama channel that is supposed to report on drama, I guess. But yeah, I mean, these are just my personal feelings about this whole situation. Of course, the comments are going to be open. I want to hear how you guys feel about everything. Huge shout outs to T-Spill and Beauty with Ashley and Petty Page. I mean, all of these drama channels have just Smoky Glow. They have been doing such a great job. Especially Beauty with Ashley and T-Spill putting together all these receipts and just boom, coming out with the content. It has been kind of a crazy couple of weeks. So, I mean, these are just my thoughts. I hope you guys know where I'm coming from. I think that we deserve better influencers, and I'm done with them, you know? Like I said, I wasn't even really fans of them anyway. I used to like Manny like way back in the day when he seemed to be a real person still. I'm waiting to see if Nikita is going to have as many consequences. And I feel some people say that it's not fair that Laura's getting like the brunt of all of this, but I kind of think that it is because those were her tweets. Gabriel should be getting more shit too. There are people that are saying that they're going to just walk away from brands that he is affiliated with. Which, good for them, you know. Sometimes an apology like that is good enough for some people and it's not good enough for others. And the majority of us are not satisfied with the way that they have been handling this shit. Laura apologized way too late and it was way too fucking fake. I'm sorry. And I mean, learning about diversity, just think about that. Just think about a 29-year-old woman saying that she has to learn about diversity, and her bullshit Snapchat about that charity that she like had to keep looking, and what they like do is like people, no, you never fucking talked about all kinds of charity stuff and all that shit in the past, so don't even fucking start with that bullshit with us, because we see right through it. We really do. Even though it would be good for the charity, it's like, come on, girl, you know, look at the pattern of who you are, you know, and I just, oh, it's kind of like disgusting. I'm just done with them. I feel bad because, like, you know, we want people to represent the beauty community and we keep trying to push those people up and they are just not, brands aren't having it. They're not giving them the same attention and it's really sad. And I'm hoping that brands will choose people that they work with a little bit more carefully. Yeah, so these are just my thoughts on everything right now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Follow me on Twitter if you feel like it. Bye.